All right, everybody. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. We're testing out this green screen thing. Looks like it's going to be fun. First time I've ever used it before. Just testing it. You know how boys are with new toys. Boys are with new toys. I've figured out I've got a new toy and I wanna play around with it and make sure that everything sounds right. Everything sounds good when we go live on our radio station. So I'm testing right now, and I'm also going to have a talk show for a few minutes with you. Y'all share the video for me. I'm live on several pages. I just thought I would play around with my new toy right quick and make it look like I'm at home and have fun with y'all and have some conversation. We're getting ready for a show tonight. So I invited a special guest to talk with me today just to see how the microphones sound. Here he is right now. Hey, Malcolm, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, my man? Malcolm Jackson's in the building. Malcolm Jackson's in the building, and you're looking good there. You're looking good. Nice beard. Nice beard, sir. Nice beard you have there. Once again, y'all don't think I'm gone crazy. I'm just testing out the pages, making sure everything is in sync with each other, making sure our video and our audio is in sync, compatible, connected, and make sure you hear me still live on the radio. Make sure you hear me clearly on our Facebook pages. Don't think I've lost my mind. Let me know in our comment section if you can hear me clearly. Going to comments now during our broadcast. Nobody's commenting yet. Let me know if you can hear me, y'all. Let me know if you can hear me. The radio. Let me testing 1, 2, 3 before we kick the show off. Testing 1, 2, 3 before we kick the show off. I sound good on the radio. I sound good on the radio. Love the underground. Love the background. Do you have a beach? I don't have a beach yet. I believe that's Lisa talking to me. I don't have a beach yet. I'm just playing around with it. This is the first time I sound good on the radio. Let me see what I sound good on video, and then we'll go ahead and click this thing off. Click this. We'll go ahead and kick the interview off with myself. You see, I have myself as my own guest. I love my beard, y'all. How do y'all like my beard today? Let's check it out right quick. How do I sound on the video? The video should be sounding perfectly. The radio sounds pretty good. Y'all share the video for me and don't think I've lost my mind. We just have all these toys up here at the radio. Sounds pretty good. Y'all share the video for me and don't. Video sounds pretty good. I'm done playing for right now. We're live on Real Talk 100 Radio, y'all. Y'all can conversate with me today. I'm going to have a show for at least 2 hours. I'm going to talk about at least 2 hours. Maybe shorter. I got a little more work to do, but I have a show coming up tonight. And it's all about men. It's all about men and how we hold everything in. Men. We have a special guest tonight. He goes by the name of Douglas Hobson, I believe. I'm going to put his face up on the screen right quick right now. This is our guest tonight. He's an author. He's an inspirational speaker, and tonight he's going to come and he's talking about Douglas Hobson. You can go and give him a follow at _untold secret. Men today. It's about men today on Tuesday. Let's talk about men right quick and how we hold so much in as men. Mr. Douglas Hobson, our guest tonight, says that it's healthy for men to release more is what he's going to come in talking about tonight from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. This is our guest tonight right here on the screen, Mr. Douglas Hobson. Go give him a follow at _untold secret. Tonight's topic is going to be all about I lost the flyer. Isn't that something? Facebook does not agree with me at all. We're going to be talking about men releasing their pain more because Men carry around a lot of pain a lot of the times. We carry around a lot of pain because we're too proud to talk about it, and we don't want to be seen as a crybaby and all of that. Well, Mr. Douglas Hobson is coming in and saying, "Hey, man, hey, it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to release that pain sometimes. Release it," is what our guest is going to say tonight, Mr. Douglas Hobson. Mr. Douglas Hobson is a writer. He's also an inspirational speaker, and he wants to talk to the men tonight. But that's tonight. Right now, I want to talk about everything, y'all. Let's talk about everything that's going on around the world, in the news, in the sports. Hey, let's talk about it. I'm thinking about having a show of my own. I love sports. I love sports from baseball to football. It can be college baseball, college football. It can be professional football, college football. It can be high school football. I just love sports. So I'm really seriously thinking about having my own sports show. I'm also thinking about having a Let's Talk About It show, and that's what we're going to do today. I have several different subjects today that we can talk on. You might not like it all. Some might be politics, some might be race and racism, some might be sports. Hey, I want to bounce around today and I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it today. And that's what we're going to call the show. Let's talk about it today. We are Real Talk 100 Radio, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to list the topics right quick. Y'all tell me what the hot topics are for you and what the topics you want to stay away from are. I started with the Russian-Ukraine war. I just read a highlight in the CNN news that Ukraine is making Russia back up a little bit over there overseas in Europe. That's a good thing. I'm cheering for Ukraine. Who are you cheering for? My second topic is the U.S. The U.S. Oh, it's another hot topic says that the U.S. income failed to grow for the second year in a row. How much did it affect you? Whether you're wealthy, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, how did the US how did US income affect you and your family? That's topic number two. The third topic is the Queen. I'm hearing all of this all over my timeline. I'm hearing that the Queen was racist. The Queen was racist. Why do y'all care so much about her? I didn't know that much about my history, and it's making me look inside myself. I'm like, well, I didn't even know all that. I didn't know, but they're telling me that the Queen is the one that initiated. Well, excuse me, her regime are the ones that initiated a lot of slavery and all of that. We can talk about that. That's topic number three. Topic number four: the food and gas prices. Let's talk about that. Well, none of us are liking how the gas prices are. The gas prices are coming down a little bit though. The food prices, all I hear are women talking about how high the food is. You know, eggs used to be $3, now they're $7, and all this. I don't go shopping much. I'm just going off of what I'm hearing. That's topic number four: food and gas. Topic number five: grade President Biden so far in the White House. What's your grade? A, B, C, D, or F? Does he play well with children like they did when we were in school? Hey, that's topic number five. Topic number six: football is finally here. We have college football, we have high school football, we have the NFL. Who's your favorite team? Let's talk about it. That's topic number six. Topic number seven: we're not safe anywhere, it seems, in America. We're in Houston, Texas, and the crime rate is out of control. Do y'all hear me? The crime rate is out of control in Houston, Texas. It's like you can't go anywhere without somebody getting shot and killed, without somebody getting robbed, without somebody's car getting hijacked or stolen, somebody getting assaulted. It's crazy in Houston, Texas. And I see on CNN that it's crazy all over America. What do y'all think about it? Those are my hot topics today. If you're just not tuned in, I'm at work and I'm practicing. That's why I'm at work and I'm practicing. That's why I put myself on a different screen. I know people get tired of seeing us at work all the time, so I put a different screen behind me because I'm practicing, trying to get ready for some new show ideas that I have coming up. One being a sports show and one being a talk show, just like we're talking about right now. Just talking about hot topics, talking about crime, talking about sports, talking about whatever the hot topics are in society, whatever it might be. That's what I'm thinking about having, adding two more shows to the network. Make sure. Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Mika. Hey, Mika Diamond is on here. Mika, will you be with us tonight? Mika? Mika Diamond is with GMT Radio, everybody. Mika Diamond is her. The name of her company is Visible Evidence, and she's going to be having one of her signed artist, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right. He's a writer, he's an author, he's an inspirational speaker. And tonight we're going to be talking about the pain that men hold inside all the time because we're so full of, pomp and we're so full of pomp and ego, and we don't want to relieve the pain that we're under. We don't want to holler, we don't want to scream, we don't want to cry. Where our guest tonight is coming in, and he's talking about men releasing all that tension more. Mika Diamond, hello. Mika Diamond is not talking to me. I'm going to get rid of the second me right quick. I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me on both because we had a problem the other night. One of me is enough, I believe. Y'all share the video, share the video, share the video all over America because we want everybody to know who Real Talk 100 Radio is. We want everybody to know what's going on today in today's world. Edit Mike. I'm getting rid of this camera. Y'all be patient with me. Edit, cancel, turn up. Okay, I can't. It seems like I can't get rid of this one, so that's all right. I'm off the screen. One of me is enough. Mika Diamond, one of her artists will be with us tonight. He goes by the name of Douglas Hobson. Douglas Hobson is a writer. He's a speaker. He's an inspirational speaker. He's a book writer. He's going to be talking about his book tonight. He's also going to be talking about the main subject is how men walk around with our pain. He's saying that men need to release their pain more. It's healthier, is what he's saying. But let's get back to the hot topics. My hot topics tonight are, hello, ma'am. How are you today? Hello, ma'am. How are you today? I think he's flirting with you there, Mika. I think he's flirting with you, Mr. Bobby Sacamano. Puerto Rican Princess says hi. Hey, Puerto Rican Princess. Thank you for tuning in, Puerto Rican Princess. Can y'all hear me okay out there? I've got several topics today. The Ukraine-Russian war. I have the U.S., how U.S. income, how the U.S., how are your pockets doing, basically? Are your pockets still suffering? Ever since COVID hit, all of our pockets have been suffering. And I read a highlight in the CNN news that said U.S. income failed to grow for the second year straight. How's your income doing, y'all? We can talk about that. The Russian-Ukraine war. We can talk about the Queen being racist or not, and do you care? Puerto Rican Princess, thank you. Thank you, Puerto Rican Princess, for talking to me and let me know if you can hear me fine. Y'all share the video all over the world for me. We're talking about new shows that I'm thinking about having, a sports show and a Let's Talk About It show. Today I'm practicing Let's Talk About It. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about that's bothering you, from crime. I have several hot topics here. The Russian-Ukraine war, the income failing for the second straight year in America, the Queen being racist or not, does it matter to you? Food prices and gas prices. Gas prices are coming down a little bit, but food prices are still kind of sky high. How's that affecting you? Do you care? Are you okay with the prices? Grade President Biden. President Biden has been in office for a while now. I want your grade on him, your honest opinion on Biden's performance thus far. Football is back. I love football season, y'all. I love football season more than any other season, and I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to know who your favorite team is in the NFL and in college, and even all the way down to high school. You might have a great high school team that I can follow. I love following these kids from high school all the way through the NFL in their careers. So that's the next topic. The last topic is crime. The crime rate in Houston is out of this world. And as I see in the news, the crime rate is out of this world all over the country. What do you do about it? Do you just carry your pistol everywhere you go? I think that's what we should all do, because it's crazy. You can't go anywhere these days without, without the fear of being robbed, without the fear of the women like at the radio station here. Every female guest that leaves here, I personally walk them down the stairs, because you never know if somebody's downstairs waiting in the bushes to jump out and rob and kill them or rape them. And I'm not having it on my watch. So I go down and make sure they're safe until they get in their car. Puerto Rican Princess says no, fuel prices are going up too high. Fuel prices are going up too high. Puerto Rican Princess in Texas, where are you at, Puerto Rican Princess? Where do you live? Because in Houston, they're coming down a little bit. I think I saw a sign the other day. It said $2.89. That's decent. I saw another price that said, I think it said $3.09. Yes, that's still a little high, but hey, it's better than it was, right? It's better than it was. And that's Puerto Rican Princess. Where are you at, Puerto Rican Princess? Are you in Houston? No, fuel prices are too high. She said, you're welcome, no problem. She said, I have Mr. Camanano Sacamano. That's a hard name to say, Bob. I'm just going to call you Bob, sir. That's a hard name to pronounce. Mika Diamond, I hope she'll be here later. This lady right here has her own business. She has somebody coming in tonight, a special guest. He goes by the name of Douglas Hobson. He's a writer and he's an inspirational speaker. Y'all tune in to our live feeds later tonight between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, where we're going to have the inspirational speaker come in and talk to the men about holding all the pain that we hold in all of our lives. Let it out, he says. Let your pain out more often. Don't carry it around inside you. It's harmful to you, is what Douglas Hobson's message is going to be tonight. And Mika Diamond, thank you so much. Mika Diamond, follow Mika Diamond on Instagram and Facebook. She has a show, her own show, and she's an integral part of GMT Radio. GMT Radio is where me and Lisa first got started in radio. We went to get a photo shoot at GMT Radio. Shout out to Mr. K Nice, the owner of GMT Radio. We went there to get a photo shoot, and he was like, y'all's chemistry is off the hook. Y'all need a radio show. And I know he was just being a used car salesman, but hey, he sold it to me. He sold it to Lisa. Well, he actually sold it to Lisa. Let me tell the truth. And I was just like, Lisa, we do a lot already. Now you want a radio show? We're doing too much. It was too much, but it grew on me, because now I'm pretty much the face of Real Talk 100 Radio. I'm the voice of Real Talk 100 Radio. So you can say it grew on me. Puerto Rican Princess is tuned in all the way from New York, New York. New York, New York is in the house. Thank you for tuning in, Puerto Rican Princess. Thank you. Please share the video in New York, New York. I'm in New York, Troy, New York. I'm sorry, Troy, New York. I've never even heard of that one. Please share the video in Troy, New York. We are live just talking about different topics on Real Talk 100 Radio today. I'm at work, so I decided to use a different background today to make sure I didn't run people off. People don't seem to like when I'm at work talking, so I put my house in the background there. I hope y'all like it. We're just talking about several different topics today, several different topics that I'm an avid news watcher. I'm an avid sports watcher. And as I'm scrolling through the sports and the news, I wrote down a few topics, as a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different topics that we can talk about today. One being the Russian-Ukraine war. 2, the income has failed us 2 years in a row, failed to grow 2 years in a row is the second topic. How's that treating y'all? How are you doing with the income levels? Our income levels aren't raising, but the price of living keeps going up. How do they explain that? You know what I mean? How do they explain that? The cost of living is going to go up on y'all, but we're not going to give y'all any more money, in your jobs, in your paychecks. That's wrong, in my opinion. So that's the question. Income has failed to grow in the last 2 years, and all of this inflation is going on. All the price hikes are going up because they have to raise the prices for this and that. Y'all know the story. But anyway, the income level has failed to grow in the last 2 years. How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Or do you not care at all? That's the second topic. The third topic is the Queen. God bless her soul. The Queen passed away this past week. And I'm hearing all kinds of stories that didn't matter to me at first, but I'm hearing them so much I have to pay attention. The queen was racist. Why do y'all care about the queen? And I'm like, I didn't know she was racist. And they're like, you should have known because her regime was one of the most violent and one of the most violent in history, and they did this and did that and initiated slavery. And I'm going, look, y'all, I was just a kid going to school. I'm not a historian. I didn't know all that was going on, but thank you for the knowledge if it's true. And so that's my question to y'all. Do y'all care? Do y'all care? Third of all, food prices and gas prices. How are y'all feeling about that? I'm not really liking any of it, because like I said earlier, the income has not grown in 2 years. The income has not grown in 2 years, but you keep raising the prices on the gas, keep raising the prices on the food. I'm not liking that at all, y'all. I'm not liking it at all. And I'm here to ask you your opinion on how they're doing this. I think it's all wrong. The third thing is the grade the president. I want you guys to grade President Biden for me. What's your grade for president, our new president, after Trump left? Everybody hated Trump and whatever. In my opinion, Trump did more for us than any president. I don't care if it was Obama. I don't care if it was Clinton. I don't care if it was the Bushes, the father or the dad. I don't care if it was Reagan. Trump did more than anybody. And I'm not really a Trump fan as president. I'm a Trump, when it comes to business, I'm a Trump fan. I'm a Trump fan all day. He's all about, wealth. He's all about using other people's money to get rich. Hey, I want to pattern myself after Trump. I'm not even going to lie to you. But after he walked out of office, now we have President Biden. What is your grade for President Biden? A, B, C, D, or F? Is President Biden failing you? Is he doing everything you want him to do? Is he saying and walking the talk? Is he talking the talk and walking the walk? That's what I want to know about our new president. Then I have football. I love football season better than any season. I love March Madness and basketball. I love the NBA playoffs and the NBA championships, but there's nothing like the NFL season. There's nothing like college football on Saturdays. I love me some football. Who's your favorite team? Let's talk about your favorite team and if they suck this year or if they're actually having a pretty good year so far, even though we've only had one game so far. I think the second game was last night. Third game will be Thursday night. Who's your favorite team and what's your favorite sport? That's what we can talk about. Last but not least, crime. The crime rate in Houston is off the hook. Well, you can't go anywhere, and I'm seeing it all over America. How do you handle crime? Do you just go everywhere with your gun on you? Is that what you do to handle crime, or do you just stay in the house and stay safe? Me personally, I've got a long story to where I can't carry a gun right now, but when I'm able, I'm carrying a gun everywhere I go. I should be able to carry a gun in about 2 months. 2 months, I'm carrying a gun everywhere because I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe. I don't want anybody to have the draw on me when I go places. When me and my family go places, I don't want anybody to have the ups on me. I want to have the ups on them because I already watch my surroundings. Everywhere I go, I watch my surroundings because I don't want anybody to be following me and I don't know they're back there, you see. So I live in Troy, New York, Puerto Rican Princess. Thank you. Share the video, y'all. Share the video in Troy, New York. Mr. Bob Sacamano. Mr. Bob Sacamano, please pray for my man Pookie. Okay, Pookie. I hope you're all right, Pookie. Are you playing with me, Mr. Bob Sacamano? Who's Pookie, Mr. Bob Sacamano? I'm not sure who that is. Puerto Rican Princess, I just like it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Puerto Rican Princess, I kind of got ahead of myself or behind myself messing with Mr. Pookie here. Mr. Bob Sacamano is talking about please pray for my Pookie, my man Pookie. I'm not sure who Pookie is. Please explain who you're talking about. Puerto Rican Princess says this world is getting dangerous and even more dangerous. All these killings, that's that they doing, all these killings that they're doing. These kids are dying. Puerto Rican princess, it's crazy. These kids don't have any conscience these days. I just saw two 20-year olds that were already on bond for a murder case and got out on bond and killed an officer of the law. 20 years old. Their lives are over. And it's crazy. Facebook user, I'm going to assume that's Lisa. This world is getting dangerous. It's Puerto Rican princess. I put her on the screen right here. She says the world is getting crazy. There she is right there. Those are my topics, y'all. I don't have any sports fans yet. Who's your favorite team? Whether it's college, whether it's NFL, my favorite team is everybody, y'all. I like to gamble, so I bet on everybody. If I think my home team, which is my actual favorite team, if I think they're going to lose, I'm going to bet against the Houston Texans every week. I'm not all about that. They're my team, and I would never bet against them or none of that. That's crazy. Puerto Rican princess says, yes, 20 years old. 20 years old. Were out on bond for one murder, and they let him out on bond, and they killed a police officer. I think he was a constable. I can't remember what he was. But anyway, how do you feel about that? I mean, crime rate is crazy all over the nation, especially in Houston. I think I saw the other day we had 320 some odd murders already in Houston, Texas. 300 and I believe 326 murders already in Houston, and that means that, hey, y'all just have to keep the gun on you, keep your guns on you, keep your firearms on you at all times, and please, please, please watch your surroundings at all times, because these guys do not care. They will jump in your open window, they will jump in your unlocked car and cause you bodily harm. They do not care, none whatsoever. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start carrying my gun everywhere. And my advice to all of you with all this high crime rate is to keep your firearm on you at all times. Keep your firearm on you at all times, and make sure that you're watching your surroundings, so that when somebody approaches you crazy, looking crazy, acting crazy, whether you know them or not, because these guys, they don't care if you're your friends or not, they'll set you up. So watch your surroundings, have your firearm on you, and have it where it's easily accessible to you. You shouldn't have to go up under your seat. You shouldn't, because there might be something else under your seat. You should be able to reach and grab and be ready to fire, because these guys will take your life just like that. They will take your life just like that, and you shouldn't lose your life behind these crazy fools that are in today's streets. Okay, so that's one topic I'm talking about tonight, is the crime rate all over America. Let's talk about it. How's the crime rate in your city? The crime rate in your city, Troy, in Troy, New York. How's the crime rate, Puerto Rican princess? Mr. Bob Camano, how's the crime rate in your city, sir? And you never did answer me about Pookie, sir. Who is Pookie, Mr. Bob Sacamano? Who's Pookie, sir? I will gladly pray for him, but I don't know who Pookie is, sir. Let me know who that is, and y'all continue to share the video all over the country, because we're talking about the country tonight. Really bad in Troy, New York. The crime rate is really bad in Troy, New York. Troy, New York. Is Troy, New York close to New York, New York, close to the Bronx? What is Troy, New York close to? Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm talking too much. I don't talk this much normally. I'm usually quiet in the office trying to get work done. But today I felt like talking. It's close to New York City. Troy, New York is where Puerto Rican princess is from, and she says crime is bad, bad. It's bad all over the nation. Puerto Rican princess, do you keep your firearm on you at all times? Is my question to you. I think you should most definitely. You should most definitely keep your firearm on you at all times. Do you hear me? All times. Keep your firearm on you, because these fools will take your life in an instant. They will take your life and not think two times about it. Not think two times about your life. There's no value on your life once whatsoever, whether they want your body, whether they want your money, your Rolex, your car, they will take your life in an instant. And that's my main concern tonight, is to make sure that my listening audience watches their P's and Q's. They watch their surroundings at all times, man or woman, male or female. Watch your surroundings at all times and protect you and your family. Because if they get the ups on you, you may as well hang it up. You may as well hang it up. Your property's gone, your car's gone, your life could be gone, your sanctity could be gone, your don't want to go further than that. I don't want to offend anybody, but we don't want anyone raped. We don't want anyone killed. We are Real Talk 100 Radio, and I'm going live from the station today, just trying to get used to some new equipment we have, some new toys we have in the studio, and I just want to make sure everything goes smoothly at the station. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and test it out and see what we sound like live on video and live on the radio. And this is the first time I'm able to play with it. And I'm glad you guys are joining in with me today. Thank you, Puerto Rican Princess. I don't have one, but I'm going to get a taser, is what Puerto Rican Princess said. I see people steady jumping in. You're not talking to me. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. This is Let's Talk About It. This is just a prelude to a show that I'm thinking about having. It's going to be called Let's Talk About It. And all the hot topics that you hear all around the nation, we're going to talk about it on Let's Talk About It. That's why I'm thinking of that show, because a lot of people, they can't talk to their friends, they can't talk to their family, because their family might not be political, their friends might not be political, their friends might be on a blue state, their friends might be all about the blue states, they might be red and vice versa, so they can't talk to their friends. But on this show, Let's Talk About It, that I'm thinking about having, you can talk however you want. It's going to be uncensored. You can talk about whatever you want on Let's Talk About It, from sports to local news, to national news, to the gas prices going up and down, to the income not going up at all in the last 2 years, but they keep raising the prices on food. They keep raising the prices on gas. They keep raising the prices on almost everything you can think of, because of COVID, because then there was the freeze. And then this year we're having all kinds of issues. And it's terrible. It's terrible. If they're going to raise prices on everything, they should raise income. And according to CNN, the income has not gone up any in the last 2 years. Puerto Rican Princess, thank you. Puerto Rican Princess, thank you for talking to me. Is it true? Puerto Rican Princess says, is it true that we're going to get another similar track? They keep saying that. Is it true, or is that you didn't finish your sentence, Puerto Rican Princess? I'm not sure what another track is. You mean another track of coronavirus? I hope not. I heard the same thing, and I hope not. I hope they don't shut the world down again. The world has already suffered enough at the hands of COVID. It should be over. I do know that several of the ships, several of the vessels that travel the sea on and take us on cruises all over the world, they have lifted a lot of the sanctions on cruising. At first you had to go and jump and sleep with the president. You had to jump through hula hoops and fire just to get on the cruise ship, but they've lifted a lot of the sanctions in the last couple of months. So with that being said, I'm thinking that, if they do come back with another strain of COVID, it's going to be catastrophic for a lot of businesses again, especially Carnival, especially the cruise ship, the cruise lines. It's going to be catastrophic for a lot of the small businesses again. And it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. I mean, let people live. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. If you want to hand sanitize all day like I do, I use hand sanitizer all day long, at least 5, 6, 7 times a day. I use sanitizer, not because not because I think COVID's, I'm not going to get on that subject. I should because it's going to be, let's talk about it. But I just don't, I think they blew up a lot of the COVID numbers. I'm just going to say that they blew up a lot of the COVID numbers. So I'm not one of these people that believes that every time you breathe, you're breathing in COVID. And I'm one of those people that I don't believe that a mask is going to help us. A mask is not going to help us when COVID. If COVID's in the air and you're breathing it in, that mask is not going to help you, not one bit. I mean, hell, if you can smell a fart, how is a mask going to? You can smell a fart through a mask. So how is COVID not going to get through it? I mean, let's just be real, powers that be. Now we are going to get now. No, no. Now, are we going to get another stimulus check, or is it lying? Okay, I'm not sure about that either, Puerto Rican princess. I'm not sure if we're getting more stimulus checks or not. I'm not sure at all. I don't keep up with it really. I haven't heard anything in the news, and I'm just today. I wanted to test out our audio and our visual to make sure everything's right for our show tonight. Our show tonight is going to be Jessica Davis. Hey, cousin, that's my cousin, y'all. That's my cousin. I'll get to Jessica Davis in a minute. She believes COVID. I believe it's all nonsense with COVID. I do too, cousin. I do too. Facts. But yeah, facts. I think my cousin is talking about when I said if you can smell a fart through a mask, how is it going to stop COVID? I mean, let's just be real with it. Let's be real with it. I think it's all blown up. I mean, I'm not here to say that people have not lost their lives. I'm not here to say that. I'm here to say that a lot of the numbers, in my opinion, were sensationalized. A lot of the stories, I think, were sensationalized so that some of these pharmaceutical companies can make millions and billions of dollars. That's what I think happened. I mean, because none of the other pandemics were any worse or any better than COVID. I mean, you had HIV when I was growing up and AIDS when I was growing up, and they didn't even lock the city down, lock the country down, lock the world down behind HIV and AIDS. And that was a terrible pandemic that was going around when I was growing up. But as far as a stimulus check, Puerto Rican Princess is all the way from Troy, New York. Y'all share the video for me. Share the video for me. We're just here, cousin. You're just now getting in on the conversation. I'm testing out. We have some new equipment in the station. We have new software, new hardware in the station, and I'm just trying to make sure it's all compatible and it's all connected properly and in sync with each other before we go live on the radio. So I'm doing this test run, and I'm calling the show. Let's talk about it. I have several topics that I would like to talk about on this show, leading up to our show at 7 o'clock tonight. 7 o'clock tonight, from 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to have Mr. Douglas Hobson on the show. He's going to be on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour with us tonight, and he's a writer. He's an inspirational speaker. And he's going to be in here talking to the men. He says that we men hold a lot in, whether you got molested as a kid or bullied as a kid or whatever you're holding in that's traumatized you in your past. He says that a lot of us men hold that pain and that anger and that trauma inside us, and we shouldn't. He's saying we should release a lot more. That's what Mr. Douglas Hobson is saying tonight from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. He's saying men release that pain, release that anger, and turn it into power is what Mr. Douglas Hobson is talking about. Y'all follow Mr. Douglas Hobson. Follow him at _untold secret on Instagram. _untold secret. I hope I'm spelling that right. I'm going to write it right here at _untold secret on Instagram, on IG. Follow him right now. Run his numbers up for me a little bit. Let him know that it's all love here at Real Talk 100 Radio. Let's share the library body. Let's share the library body. Puerto Rican Princess. What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's share the library body. I'm not sure what that means. Explain that to me. I believe it's all nonsense. Let's get back to my cousin right quick. Like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, y'all, We know COVID is serious. We know you could easily lose your life, especially if you're up in age and your immune system is not as strong as it used to be. We know that it's serious. We know that it can be serious. We're just saying that a lot of the numbers, and I hope my cousin is in agreement with me. My cousin is Jessica Davis here, and that's what I'm referring to right now in my comments. But some of the numbers I believe were sensationalized to fit what they were to fit their agenda. I believe some of the numbers were skewed to make sure that some of these companies stayed rich. That's just my opinion on that, y'all. It is serious, but I'm not going to walk around with a mask on all the time. Now, if I'm in an area that has 100 people in it, and we're only supposed to have 20 people in there, I might slide a mask on. That's a little bit too much. But to wear a mask every place I go in, it's not happening. I'm very clean already, and I make sure I have hand sanitizer within reach of me wherever I go, so that I can sanitize my hands. I even sanitize my face. I even when I rub it into my skin, I rub it right over my nose and try to breathe some of it in. Am I doing myself a disservice? I'm not sure, but I feel like, hey, I even rub the sanitizer all the way up here on my arms like I'm a doctor. You know, just taking the extra step. My immune system is strong. The doctors tell me, let's share the live. Let's share the live, everybody. Oh, is what she said. I'm sorry. Share the live. Puerto Rican Princess says, share the live for me all over the world. We're talking some real stuff today. I'm trying to censor myself. I'm on my monetized page, and so I have to behave today. I hope y'all like the show. I have two shows that I'm seriously thinking about having coming up, so I thought I would practice today. One is going to be called "Let's Talk About It" because on Facebook, Facebook censors us and stuff. So I'm thinking that we can have a show that we can talk about anything uncensored on our radio station, uncensored. We can have a live conversation with adults and act like adults on our station. It's going to be called Let's Talk About It. I've been strongly thinking about it because some things you just can't talk about on Facebook. Some things you can't talk about with your family, with your friends, with your homeboys, with your homegirls. So I figured I'd make a forum where we can talk about whatever we wanted. I don't care if it's sex related, relationship related, sports related. I don't care if it's political. I don't care what it is. We can talk about whatever we want on this show. That's why I'm thinking about doing it because sometimes we have to censor ourselves on Facebook. And I'm telling you now, you won't have to censor yourself on my radio show. Number two, I'm thinking about having a sports show because I'm sports crazy. I'm football crazy. I'm baseball crazy. I'm basketball crazy. And I want a sports show where I can sit around and talk sports. Jessica said, thank you, Puerto Rican Princess. She said, let's share the live, everybody. Share the live in whatever state, whatever city you're in. Share the live for me. And maybe other people would like to talk about my topics today. I brought up the Russian-Ukraine war. I saw a highlight that said Ukraine is making Russia backpedal all of a sudden, and that's a good thing. I'm cheering for Ukraine. I don't think Russia has any business jacking around with the Ukraine. I think it's crazy. I mean, you're powerful enough, Putin. You're powerful enough, Putin. I said it loud and clear, Putin. You're powerful enough. Leave Ukraine alone. That's my opinion. That's one subject I brought up tonight. If you'd like to talk about that. Second topic is they're raising the prices on gas. They're raising the prices on food, but they're not raising our incomes. For the second year in a row, CNN says the income failed to grow for 2 years in a row. But you keep raising the prices on housing. The pricing on housing has gone through the roof. The pricing on food has gone through the roof. The pricing on gas has gone through the roof. But income has failed to grow for 2 straight years. What are they trying to do to us, y'all? Are they trying to ruin us? What are they trying to do? Are they trying to make this a third world country? What are they trying to do to us? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. How are you going to raise the prices on everything, but not raise our pay scales? I don't understand at all, Jessica. I don't understand at all, Puerto Rican Princess. I don't understand at all, Lisa. I don't understand at all, Dreamer, Miss Dreamer Blackburn. I don't understand it all, y'all. I can't see any more names right now. I see several heads, several faces. Let's see who else is on here. Mr. Kamano. Mr. Kamano, I don't understand what's going on at all. How do you raise the prices on housing? How do you raise the pricing on food? How do you raise the pricing on gas and leave income where it's at? I don't understand it. Absolutely, Jessica said. Puerto Rican Princess says, I don't wear no mask everywhere I go. I don't suffer from asthma, so I can't. I I don't suffer from asthma, so I can't even wear a mask because then I can't breathe. Oh, she says she suffers from asthma. Puerto Rican Princess, I'm so sorry. Asthma is terrible. That is terrible. Can't breathe, and they can't expect you to wear a mask everywhere you go having asthma. Share the video for me. Comment, please like, share, and comment the video, whatever page you're watching me from tonight. We're live on YouTube on Real Talk 100 Radio. We're live on our Real Talk Real Fun page. We're live on After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa. We're live on Real Talk 100 Radio's Facebook page. We're live on Malcolm and Lisa's World's Facebook page. And we're live on my personal page. Just talking, just chopping it up for a little while, because our guest tonight is all about telling men to release their anger, release their pain that they've been living with their entire lives. He wants you to come in here and talk to him tonight from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And on our Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, I'll put his face up again. I'll put his flyer up again right here. This is our guest tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Mr. Douglas Hobson is his name. You can find him on Instagram at _untold secret. The_untold secret is going to be our guest tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. If you would like to create awareness about your business on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, all you have to do is text POWER to 936-333-1969 from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock every Tuesday night. We create awareness about another small business. Tonight, it's about author and speaker Mr. Douglas Hobson on Facebook and the_untold secret on Instagram. This show is brought to you by JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue, everybody. JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue has some of the best barbecue in town. I guarantee you that. If you'd like to call and set a reservation, the number is 936-266-0200. They're located at 14900 I-45 South, Conroe, Texas, 77384. Give them a call for catering. They have an event space available for your private parties, your quinceañeras, your wedding receptions, private party events, event hall upstairs, y'all. Live music is every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. We're concentrating on jazz, southern soul, and country. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at JW's Place. Remember what I told you, because when you taste this food, you're going to think of my voice and you're going to say, he told me. It was some of the best soul food in all of Houston. And they're way out in Conroe. But when you're in the Conroe area, check out JW's Place. Tonight is Taco Tuesday, everybody. Taco Tuesday at JW's Place until 10 p.m. tonight. The kitchen closes at 10, though. Excuse me. The kitchen closes at 9 p.m. tonight. Get there. Get to JW's Place. It is Taco Tuesday. Excuse me, just for a minute, I have a phone call. Hello? Hello? Sorry about that. Today is Taco Tuesday at JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue. Anybody out there looking for a job? JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue is hiring. They're hiring for servers, bartenders, runners, bussers, dishwashers, prep cooks, hosts, hostesses. You can apply online right here if you're in the Conroe area, if you're in the Cut and Shoot area, the Willis, Texas area, Tomball, Plantersville. you're in the Woodlands or Spring, apply today if you're looking for a job at JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue, because this show is brought to you by JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. If you'd like to apply in person, all you have to do is text job to 936-333-1969. If you would like to apply online, apply right here where my cursor is going around the screen. If you can see my cursor, I'm not sure. Apply online at www.jwsplacesoulfoodbarbecue.com. Once again, this show is brought to you by JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. I'm back. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. I just wanted to talk to y'all and play around with our new system. We've got a lot going on at Real Talk 100 Radio, and I don't mind being transparent here and letting y'all see our rough spots. We have rough spots here. I know me and Lisa make it look easy. We make it look easy. Let me get back to the comments, but it's not easy at all. Y'all share the video. I love that y'all are tuning in with me. I have several topics to talk about tonight, from sports to the Russian-Ukraine war to the way prices are rising with housing, gas, and groceries, but our income levels are staying the same. Talking about the Queen. Was the Queen racist? Is her regime racist? Do you care? That's what I want to talk about, because I saw it all over my timeline. Everybody was saying R.I.P. Queen, and people were attacking them like, dude, why are you saying R.I.P. Queen? You should be glad she's gone. And I'm going, well, that's kind of harsh. Why are you being so harsh? But that's just me not knowing my history, and a lot of us don't know our history, is what I'm being told. So how do you feel about that? I talked about food prices and gas prices already. Grade the president. Grade our President Biden. Do you think the president is doing a great job? Do you think he sucks? What do you think? Do you think Trump was better? I don't care what your opinions are. I would like to talk to you about them, and let's get it all out on the table. Football season. Who's your favorite team? Whether it's college, whether it's the NFL. I love football season. I'm talking about having a sports show where I can get on here and talk about sports all day long. Probably one day a week, though. I'd love to talk about it every day, but I just don't have the time. I'm thinking about having a Let's Talk About It show like we're doing right now. And I'm also thinking about having a sports talk show where I can bring in some guys, maybe bring in a couple Houston Texans. I don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. Maybe bring in some high school athletes, some high school athletes of the week, that are clowning on the football field around the Houston and greater surrounding areas. I have a lot of ideas. Let me get back to the comments. Please like, share, and comment. Please like, share, and comment the video. Just playing around to make sure our hardware and our software is working correctly. As a matter of fact, I'm going to log into our website right now and make sure I sound good. Right now, I know I sound good on the video. Let me check the website out right quick right now as I read the comments. Miss Puerto Rican Princess says, I don't wear masks. She suffers from asthma. I already read that one. I'm sorry about that, Puerto Rican Princess, but please keep some antibacterial, some sanitizer with you everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. I'm not a fanatic when it comes to COVID. I'm not going to walk around with a mask on all day, every day, but I do sanitize. I sanitize the house. I'm talking about even, it's me, Lisa, and one kid left at the house, and I don't care. I sanitize, the little ring, the toilet flusher, I don't even know what to call it, the plunger, that you press to flush your toilet. I sanitize that. I sanitize where you turn on the hot and cold water. I sanitize everything. The handrails, I sanitize everything, and that's my own people. So take hand sanitizer with you wherever you go. Puerto Rican Princess says, I'm a nurse, and I'm supposed to be wearing masks everywhere I go, but I don't. I understand. I mean, that asthma is nothing to play around with, Puerto Rican Princess. Jessica Davis says, it's so hard to live with all this garbage going on, especially when you have a big family. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's hard to live. It's very hard to live. I'm not sure if you're talking about the crime, if you're talking about COVID. I'm not sure which one you're talking about, cuz let me know what you're talking about. Jessica Davis is my cousin, y'all. Love her to death. Thank you for tuning in, Jessica. Please share the video. Please share the video in Troy, New York, Puerto Rican Princess. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's hard to live with all of this garbage going on, especially when you have a big family. Yeah, we have a huge family, huge family. I mean, I only know that we're in Houston, we're in Dallas, we're in Fort Worth, and we're spread throughout somewhere. I forgot. I think we're in Louisiana. I think a couple people are in mid Texas somewhere. We have uncles and aunts in San Antonio area. I forgot the name of the town. I forgot the name of the town. Uncle Junior and Aunt Lori stay down there. Um, and okay, Jessica. Okay, that's the last comment. I was just trying to catch up with everybody. Y'all share the video for me. I'm at work. I'm playing around. I said I was checking the website. Let me check the website and see what I sound like here. We have a show coming on at 7 o'clock tonight called the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. And I want to make sure that everything sounds good before the show comes on tonight so that there are no glitches and everything sounds good. Everything sounds the way it's supposed to sound. Because the other night, we just got the equipment, we just changed over, and we went live, and people were saying, "We can't hear you, we can't hear you, we can't hear you." And I'm going, "Oh my God, what's going on?" But it's going to happen when you change systems. So that's why I'm doing this impromptu show today, making sure everything works, making sure everything is compatible, everything is in sync. I'm looking good and I'm sounding good on the website. Y'all can check us out on our website by going to Real Talk 100 Radio and clicking the link in our bio, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook. It doesn't matter whatsoever which one you go to. We'll also be live on our YouTube page. I'm sounding good on the website right now. My cousin Jessica says, yes, with groceries, rent prices here in Miami is so bad. Miami? I had no idea. Cousin, you moved to Miami? Yeah, with groceries, rent prices here in Miami are so bad. I had no idea you had moved to Miami. Man, look, man, we're gonna have to come. We're gonna have to come to Miami and party. We're gonna have to come to Miami and party soon. Lisa's talking about getting on some cruise ship, going somewhere, but right now, I don't know if we can stand uh probably be like 4,000, 4 or 5,000 total. I'm talking about with the plane ticket, the plane ticket, the cruise ship tickets, the excursions, the going out to eat, the bringing all the stuff back from vacationing. It's going to cost at least 3 or 4 thousand, and I don't know if we want to spend that right now. But going to Miami and coming home might save us some money. So, but yes, that's what Jessica was talking about. The grocery prices, rent prices. It's hard to live with all this garbage going on, especially when you have a large family. Grocery prices, rent prices. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's suffering right now, and they keep raising the cost of living. How are you going to raise the cost of living and not raise our incomes? That's one of the topics I wanted to talk about tonight. Not many people are talking about it except my cousin and a Puerto Rican princess talked about it a little bit. How are you dealing with our government not raising the powers that be? Let me put it like that before I get jumped on. How do you feel about the powers that be not raising our incomes, but are constantly raising our cost of living? When it comes to housing, housing has gone through the roof. Food has gone through the roof. Gas has gone through the roof. How are you feeling about this? What should we do? Should we make a stand together and say, hey, we've had enough? You're raising the cost of living. We can't get a house anymore. We can't close on our house anymore because you raised the price of the homes by $200,000 instead of a $300,000 home that I asked you about, that I inquired about. That $300,000 house is now probably 400 plus $1,000, almost $500,000. But you won't raise my income. You're raising the price of gas, and I'm spending $20 to $30 a day going back and forth to work. If you spend $20 or $30 a day going back and forth to work, do the math. That's $300. If you're spending $30 a day to go to work, that's $300 in 10 days times 4 months. is $1,200 in gas. What if you're only getting paid $3,000 a month? You're spending $1,200 a month in gas? That is crazy. You need to raise the price, raise our income levels. Do something. I don't know what needs to be done. I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a numbers cruncher. I'm not any of that. A statistician. I'm not any of that. I just know that something needs to change. You can't raise the cost of housing. You shouldn't. Let me put it that way. You shouldn't be able to raise the cost of housing. You should not be able to raise the cost of gas and food and keep our income levels the same. And that's what I'm seeing on. That was a highlight today on CNN News. A highlight today also. Ukraine has made a comeback on Russia. They're fighting back, y'all. They're fighting back. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I'm an underdog guy. I'm an underdog guy, and I love when the underdog fights back. Fight back, Ukraine. Putin, you got enough power, Mr. Putin. You got $1 billion home. You got all the money you could ever you've got all the money in your bank account and probably in your vault in your home. You don't need Ukraine. Whatever Ukraine has that you want, leave Ukraine alone. That's just my personal feelings. If you have thoughts on the Ukraine-Russian war, let's have it. If you have thoughts on how they're raising the cost of living, the cost of housing, the cost of gas, the cost of food, but not raising our income levels, let's talk about that. The Queen of England passed away. Hey, y'all, what are your thoughts on it? I mean, I know we shouldn't talk about, people after they pass away and all that, but it's a hot topic on my page. As soon as she passed away, everybody went to talking noise, saying she was racist. Why do you care? I mean, all we were saying was R.I.P. Queen, paying our respects, and everybody went to talking noise. Like, dude, you're a whitewashed black guy. I can't say the word they called me. You're a whitewashed black guy. She was racist. You shouldn't care about her if she lives or dies. And I'm going, okay, y'all. I'm not a historian. I don't know if the woman was racist or not. How do you know she was racist? And they went to referring to this and that and how she treated her what is it? Her grandkid. I forgot his name. Who married the black woman? I forgot his name, Andrew, or I forgot his name. But they said how she treated them. And then I read something else where I think Tiger Woods or somebody black wasn't allowed in the palace. I don't know all the history, but anyway, that's another topic I brought up. Did y'all care? Do you care that she was racist? Do you care? Are you glad so they can change over the thought process when it comes to racism? I just want your thoughts, y'all. This is Let's Talk About It on my radio station, on me and Lisa's radio station. Just something new I'm trying today because we got a lot of new hardware, not a lot of new software, and we wanted to try it out today to make sure when we actually go live with guests in the building that we sound good and we look good. So that's why I added the background. I haven't been adding that. I've been just adding the way the station looks. But today I was like, I'm going to play with my new toy today. So that's another topic. The Queen. I've already talked about food prices and gas prices and not raising our income. Is that fair to us? And is there anything we can do about it? Is there anything we can say about it? Can we make a protest? A million man protest about that? I mean, how are you going to raise the price of the home that I'm about to move into that was appraised at, $350,000? Now the house is $500,000 and you didn't raise my income. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right at all. I don't think it's right at all that, it's costing us $1,200 a month to get to and from work, just to and from work. If you live in the Woodlands and you drive downtown Houston, that's $15 gas one way and $15 gas the other way. That's $30 gas per day. Times 10 days is $300. Times 4 weeks in a month is $1,200 a month you're spending in gas. If you're only making $3,000 a month and you're spending $1,200 in gas alone, God forbid you're only making $2,200 a month, $3,000 a month. If you're making $5,000 a month, that might not hurt you. But everybody's not making $5,000 a month. We might be, you might be, but everybody's not making $5,000 a month, so they can afford to pay $1,200 a month in gas. It's ridiculous. So we own businesses. We have so many people who say, okay, y'all are hiring, but I stay in Tomball, I stay in Spring, I stay in Humble, I stay in the surrounding areas, and y'all want me to drive to Conroe. I'm calculating the gas, and y'all are only paying $15 an hour. We hire people at JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue. We try to hire every day. We're hiring right now. As a matter of fact, I'll put that flyer up again. We're hiring at JW's Place. Let me put that out there again. And people are turning us down. I don't want a job at your place. I'm sorry, but y'all are only paying 15 an hour for some positions, not all positions. Some positions are lower than that, and you want me to drive from the outskirts of Spring by Willowbrook Mall or by Deerbrook Mall. You want me to drive all the way to Conroe to go to work. I'm in Conroe on 336 and whatever out in the woods, and you want me to drive. That's that's $20-$30 of gas a day that I'm burning up just to get to work. I can't afford to work for you guys. But anyway, if you're in the Conroe area, the Cut and Shoot area, the Willis area, and you need a job, your cousin needs a job, your boyfriend needs a job, your husband, your wife, we're hiring at JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue. We got some of the best soul food in all of Houston, y'all. Best soul food in all of Houston. I'll put my money on it. I'll put my money on it that we're in the top two. We're in the top 2 or 3 soul food places in all of Houston. It's argumentative for me to say that we're number one, so I won't say that. In my heart, I believe we're number one. But anyway, y'all, we're hiring. I'm getting off track a little bit. We're hiring at JW's Place. All the positions are right there on the screen. We're hiring for every position you can think of. And I got a little off track because I'm talking about the cost of living going up. The cost of living going up, but the incomes are not going up, and we're losing a lot of potential employees because they're just breaking it down and saying, "Hey, I can't afford to work for y'all. It's too much gas to get there. There's no bus line to get to you. You're only paying me $12 an hour, and I got to pay $1,000 to get to work and back every month. It's not worth it." Jessica Davis says, "Rather she was or she wasn't. She passed, and just respect to say RIP." That's what I thought, cousin. That's what I thought. I mean, but I got jumped. A couple friends got jumped, and they were just saying, why should you care if she passed away? You should be glad she passed away. But I feel just like you, cousin. It's all respect. If somebody passes away, you don't want nobody to pass away. I don't care if it's my enemy. I don't care if it's somebody that hates Malcolm's guts. I don't want them to pass away. You know what I mean? Unless they tried to kill me or something. You know what I mean? But somebody who just dislikes me because they dislike me because I'm me and they're them, I don't want them to pass away, and I wouldn't, spit on their grave. So thank you, cousin, for agreeing with me on that subject. Y'all continue sharing the video. I don't have much more time to talk tonight. I have to start getting ready. It's already 4:30. I got a 7 o'clock show. And like I said, that show is going to be talking about men harboring all of their pain, harboring all of their anger. And we're going to have Mr. Douglas Hobson in the building tonight. Mr. Douglas Hobson is a writer. He's an inspirational speaker. And he'll be in here tonight talking about why men need to start letting go of that anger, letting go of that frustration that they carry around all day, that weight. Release the weight that they carry on their shoulders every day. Follow Mr. Douglas Hobson on Instagram at _untold secret. Follow him tonight. He'll be in here with us tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, y'all. That's how we got it going on here tonight. We want y'all to keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio. We've got several shows here. We've got a lot planned for the community, a lot planned for the underground music industry. We've got a lot planned for small business owners. We've got a lot planned for the radio station. We want the community to support us, and we're going to support the community back. If you watch the replay, please press #replay So I'll know you were on here watching me and listening to me talk a little noise. If you want to comment later about my topics, please comment. I talked about everything from the Ukraine Russian war to failing to raise the income when they raise the prices on living. I've talked about the Queen passing away. I talked about food prices and gas prices and the price of housing going up and the income staying the same. I've talked about grading President Biden. Is he better or is he worse than Trump? Is he better or is he worse than Obama? In my own personal opinion, and I'm not a Trumpster, but I'm a Trumpster when it comes to business. I'm not a Trumpster when it comes to being a president. I never thought he'd be our president. I actually think Trump did better than he did when it comes to doing for the people so far. His it's not over yet. His term isn't over yet. But that's just my personal feelings on that. That's something else you can talk about. Chime in later in the video. Chime in later when you watch the video later. Football. I talked about football briefly. I talked about the Texans are really my favorite team. But hey, quite frankly, the Texans, my home team, has sucked since their inception in 2002. They've sucked the whole 20 years, y'all. So I can't just put my money on them because I gamble. I gamble, and I can't just put my money on the Texans knowing they're going to lose. So I will bet against any team in the NFL. If I think they're going to lose, I'll bet with any team in the NFL if I think they're going to win. So that's my thoughts on sports. I love sports. I love the NFL. I love college football. Tag your kid. Tag your kids if they're even in high school. I follow kids from in baseball, football, and basketball from high school all the way through the professional league. So tag your tag your children's high school teams so I can start watching them. So I can start watching them too. And last but not least, crime. All of you should be carrying your firearms wherever you go because crime is crazy. You can't go anywhere and be safe these days. So carry your firearm with you and watch your surroundings. That's all I talked about today. I think I've been on here about an hour and 12 minutes. And I talked about as much as I could. I just wanted to test our new systems. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the love across the screen. We'll see y'all at 7 o'clock tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour with Mr. Douglas Hobson, everybody. Mr. Douglas Hobson will be with us talking primarily to the men about getting the weight off your shoulder, taking the weight off your shoulder, removing it, and releasing some of that pain and anger that we hold inside of us as men all day, every day of the week, all day, every day of the month, and all day, every day of the year. That's Mr. Douglas Hobson. He'll be in later. That's him on the screen at the bottom down here. Let me get this out of y'all's way so y'all can read it. Mr. Douglas Hobson, rather hide. There we go. That's his picture right down here on the bottom. He'll be here later. Miss Mika Diamond of GMT Radio will be here later. Follow Mr. Douglas Hobson at _untold secret. Follow Miss Mika Diamond at Mika Diamond on Instagram and Facebook. Mika Diamond on Instagram and Facebook as well. And they will be here from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight, along with me and my trusted cohort, Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore of Lattimore Insurance. If you don't have insurance, you need to learn insurance. Insurance is a vehicle to a better life, and it's also a vehicle so you won't have so your friends and family won't have to sell t-shirts or sell food when you pass away. You need insurance. You need life insurance, car insurance, house insurance. You need all kinds of insurance. And then while you're alive, you can use it as passive income. Learn about it. Learn about it through Kenneth Lattimore Insurance. Lattimore Insurance. That's all I got today, y'all. This show was brought to you by JW's Place, Soul Food and Barbecue, located at 14900 I-45 South, Conroe, Texas, 77384. Hey, y'all, the best soul food this side of the Red River. I'm telling you right now, go and check out JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. Tuesday through Sunday, excuse me, got tight tongue there. JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue is open Tuesday through Sunday. Check out their schedule on their website, on their page. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. This show was brought to you by JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. Today is Taco Tuesday at JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. They're located in Conroe, Texas. So I'm speaking to Conroe. I'm speaking to the Woodlands. I'm speaking to Magnolia and Willis, Cut and Shoot, and the surrounding areas, especially the Woodlands. Y'all go to Taco Tuesday at JW's Place Soul Food and Barbecue. JW's Place is also hiring anybody with kids, uncles, aunties, mothers, fathers that need jobs, friends that need jobs. JW's Place is hiring. You can apply online right here at the bottom right hand corner, or you can text job to 936-333-1969. That's all I got today, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I got a little more work to do. Y'all share the video, please. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the love across the screen. Any stars that were sent, I can't see them right now. Please send stars if you can. Our radio station comes straight out of our pockets. So anything that you guys send is highly appreciated. We got a lot coming up at Real Talk 100 Radio, and today was just the beginning. Get ready for Let's Talk About It. And that's what we did today. Get ready for our sports show, which is going to be called, I don't even know yet, but a sports show is coming, and many other shows are coming to the station. We are down for the underground at Real Talk 100 Radio, and we're down for small businesses. Why? Because we're small business owners ourselves. We're underdogs ourselves, and we know how important it is to have support from your friends and family, where a lot of times you don't get support from family, you don't get support from friends. So we decided to be the change that we wanted to see in society. We are Real Talk 100 Radio, and we'll see you soon. Good night.